Hello everyone, welcome to another episode with the Toronto Dog Whisperer. Hope everybody has been enjoying the videos. I'm trying to, address some of the most common questions that I get from people, and I actually posted a request for people to give me the suggestions in terms of what they wanted to see or me talk about in terms of their dogs and what's most pertinent to them. Got a lot of requests, some really cool ones. One of the neatest ones that I got was, how do I know if my dog is happy? So that's actually what we're going to cover today. See Shiloh, he's the 2-year-old German Shepherd that I've been working with. He's doing great, he's doing fantastic. So Shiloh, come on. So before we get started, I thought I'd change up the venue a little bit. So I came up to the rooftop terrace of my condo building, which has got a really nice view. Just in case any of you are wondering, that's the Island Airport. That's right downtown Toronto. There's the beautiful Toronto skyline. Shiloh, come on. Come here. Good boy. Yeah. See, Shiloh's recall is improving. We just went for a nice big long walk, which is a very common thing for my videos. I take the dogs for a walk and then do a bit of filming. So we're just going to hang out up top here and let the dogs chill out. I'm going to leave them on leash because technically this is part of the condo and they get kind of peeved when people let their dogs off leash inside the building. But they're on leash. I just don't have the leash in my hand, so we'll just skip that part. So basically, is your dog happy? This is going to be my opinion. Happiness in your dog is very subjective. So again, if you disagree or you have a different opinion, that's okay. I'm just going to give you my take on it. So before we talk about whether your dog is happy or not, we need to talk about, well, what is happiness? So I actually made some notes. Look, you can see, look, notes. I'm starting to put more effort into these videos for you guys. So basically, my interpretation of whether a dog is happy or not is basically, are they well balanced? And what that means is, how close to nature are they? Dogs are not naturally unbalanced, so they don't have problems when they're born. A lot of people will describe, oh, you know what, my dog was great when they were a puppy, and then they started seeing problems develop, and then those problems got more and more serious. So a well-balanced dog is a happy dog. It's a calm dog. You see, he's a little bit unsure. The whining is a sign of a bit of anxiety. Keep in mind that I've been working with Shiloh for a couple weeks, like not very often, and he was, come on, he was a really bad case when I first met him, and he's doing a ton better. So even though you see this is more of like, he's about 70% there. Hey, no, sit down. So basically what I did there is I said, there's no need for you to be anxious. I don't want you to be anxious, so just chill out. So a well-balanced dog is a dog that is as close to being in their natural state as possible. These are my two guys. Hey, Mosley. Mackenzie. You can see. And basically, if a dog is completely satisfied in terms of their basic needs are met, they're going to be happy. And they're going to be calm, because there's no reason for them to be not happy because they have everything that they need. So what does a dog need? Well, a dog needs lots of stuff. They need lots of exercise and structured exercise, so not just, play, but you can make play structured. They need structured exercise to give them the ability to focus. Come on. Good boy. Especially working breeds, so obviously shepherds are a working breed, and they need some sort of a job. They need some sort of a purpose. So the structured walk gives them the opportunity to focus and concentrate. You can see he's pretty much walking off leash right now, which is great. So here's some questions that will help you figure out whether your dog is happy or not. And you can answer these questions for yourself and be honest. And the good news is that if there is a problem, like Shiloh is in a pretty bad way, it's really easy. I shouldn't say easy. It can be really easy to get them back to being balanced again. Shiloh, come on. Good boy. Yeah. So here are some questions that you can ask yourself to tell whether your dog is happy or not. Question number 1. How often do you walk your dog? And why I ask that is because the more a dog is walked in a structured way, the more likely they're going to be happy. And by a structured walk, I mean, are they beside you or behind you versus in front? If you are in front of your dog or they are beside you, that's a structured walk. Gives them focus, gives them something to concentrate on, and it's very natural for them to do. So usually I recommend a minimum of 3 walks a day, 15 minutes each, so it doesn't take a ton of time. How much freedom do they have? So because Shiloh was in such a bad way in terms of his behavior, his aggression, his anxiety, all that kind of stuff, he didn't get a lot of freedom. So he's really pretty much confined to the backyard. When people came over, they put him away, all that kind of stuff. Shiloh, come on. He's a good boy. Shiloh. There you go. That's my boy. Well, technically you're not my boy, but for now you are. And so the more freedom a dog has, it's a reflection of how much you trust them. So you can see Shiloh has been given lots of freedom, even in such a short period of time. He's been allowed to go off leash, he's been allowed to meet other dogs, other people, lots of freedom, and that's definitely going to help him stay happy. Hey, Shiloh. Yeah, lots of smells. Good stuff. Socialization. So, how often does your dog get to socialize with other dogs? So the more they get to socialize with other dogs, and not just dogs that they know, but strange dogs. Shiloh met 4 dogs today, and all of them were really, really good. Shh. Sit down. There you go. He takes a while, but he does it. So the more dogs your dog gets to interact with and meet, the happier they're going to be. They're very social animals. They're very pack-oriented. They like meeting new dogs. Of course, they like meeting like dogs that they know, but meeting new dogs is a really fulfilling thing for them. It's kind of why I have 2 dogs, because 2 dogs are easier than 1. The next thing you can ask yourself about your dog is, how much stress is my dog under? And if they're under a lot of stress, then they're not going to be happy. So what does stress look like? Well, if you could hear the whining that Shiloh was just doing, that's a mild form of stress. If they're barking, if they're destroying stuff in your house, if they're getting into your cupboards, if they're chewing things, it's a sign that they're under stress. If a dog is fearful, nervous, anxious, all those are forms of stress. So the more a dog is under stress, the less happy they're going to be. You can see these guys, they're pretty chilled out. Hey, Mouse, sit down. Good boy. Hey, Kens, you're very cute. Shiloh, sit down. Sit nice and pretty for all my people that are watching this. So stress is a big impactor. And just body language in general. Like, if you look at these guys, you know, they're just happy. Like, they're just happy being around. You can see like their ears are kind of like a little bit back, which is a sign that they're relaxed. You know, their tail is fairly level with their back. It's not straight up in the air. Come on. Good boy. One of the biggest myths I hear is, oh, my dog is wagging its tail, therefore it must be happy. That's not true. A wagging tail just means they're excited, and excitement does not equal happiness. I've seen lots of dogs, right before they go to attack another dog, they'll be wagging their tail because they're excited about getting their mouth around the other dog. So that kind of thing. So body language can give you an indication whether they're happy or not. The next thing you can ask yourself, and this is true for the majority of dogs, because most dogs are working breeds. So shepherds are a great example. You know, they're working breed. Do they have a purpose? Do they have a job? And if they have that in their life, they're going to feel really accomplished and fulfilled. Shiloh, come on. Good boy. And the last thing you can ask yourself to tell whether your dog is happy or not, and this is probably the biggest one, is how do you feel around your dog? Shiloh, come here. Come on. Come. Come on. Ken's shush.
So many of you.
It's the high-pitched voice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are they best friends? Is that why they're attached?
Yeah, that's just how I walk them.
That's cute.
Yeah. He's much more like, he likes people a lot more.
Uh-huh.
Whereas like this one, if you look at her, she gets a little bit nervous.
My friend back in BC has a little cross, like a rescue, and he's like that. You can't make eye contact.
Yeah.
If you ignore him for like 5 minutes, he'll be your best friend.
Yeah.
If you make eye contact, no game.
Yeah. Come on. Come on, Shiloh. There you go. That was a good point, actually. I should cover that in another video. How to meet a dog, strange dog. Last question, most important question: how do you feel around your dog? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel nervous? Do you feel scared when you take your dog out? Not that you're feeling threatened by your dog, but if you just feel like that when you're with them. Is your dog a source of stress, or is your dog a source of pride and happiness? So if you answer those questions honestly, Shiloh, come on, and truthfully, there you go. That'll give you a barometer, an indication of how happy your dog is and how fulfilled they are. Okay, until next time, this is me signing off. Take your dog for a walk.